If you live in a vintage or character-filled home, you probably love it deeply. And at the same time, you've likely had moments where you've thought, how do I make this work better for the way we actually live? Older homes have a presence. They feel grounded, intentional, and full of history in a way newer homes often don't. But they also come with quirks. Layouts that don't always make sense, rooms that feel heavy, dark, or undefined, and details you adore but aren't always sure how to live around. Today, I want to talk about how to balance character, comfort, and everyday life when you're living in a vintage home, without losing what makes it special. This isn't about renovation, and it's definitely not about trends. It's about understanding your home and working with it, not against it. One of the reasons vintage homes feel so different is because they were built with a different philosophy. They weren't designed for open floor plans, oversized furniture, or constant reconfiguration. They were designed with intention, craftsmanship, permanence, and a sense of place. That's why people who live in older homes often feel a strong emotional connection to them. These homes feel steady. They feel lived in, even when they're quiet. But that same character can sometimes create friction in everyday life, especially when modern habits collide with historic layouts. The key isn't to changing the home, it's to understand it. If you've ever felt frustrated living in a vintage home, you're not alone. Some of the most common challenges I see: rooms that don't have obvious purpose, spaces that feel cluttered or visually heavy, dark corners that never quite feel inviting, and homes where beautiful details compete instead of complementing each other. None of this means the home is wrong. It just means it needs clarity. Vintage homes respond best to curation, not correction. One of the most helpful shifts you can make when living in a vintage home is this. Instead of asking, how do I make this more modern? Ask, what is the space trying to be? Every older home has elements that want to lead the story. It might be original woodwork, a fireplace, built-ins, old windows with beautiful light. Choose one or two of these features to be the focal point, and let everything else support them. When too many things compete for attention, even beautiful homes can feel chaotic. Clarity brings calm. Another common challenge in vintage homes is ambiguous space. Rooms weren't always designed with modern labels in mind. An office, playroom, a medium room, and that's okay. Instead of forcing a space to become something it doesn't want to be, define its function gently. A small room might make a perfect reading nook. A wide hallway might become a gallery wall or library space. An awkward corner might simply be a place to pause. Patina is part of what makes a vintage home beautiful. Worn floors, aged wood, subtle imperfection that tells a story. But too much hardness can sometimes make a space feel cold or heavy. This is where softness matters. Layered lighting, natural textiles, rugs that warm a room without hiding the original floors. Comfort doesn't erase character, it supports it. When these elements are balanced, the home feels lived in, not preserved. Vintage homes don't respond well to trends or over-decorating. Instead of adding more, focus on editing. Keep what feels meaningful, remove what feels noisy. Let the architecture do the talking. Often the most impactful design decisions you can make in an older home is knowing when to stop. Living in a vintage home isn't about perfection. It's about stewardship. It's about honoring what's been passed down while shaping a space that supports your life today. When you approach your home with intention, clarity, and respect, it gives something rare in return. A sense of grounding that never goes out of style. If you love your home's character, you're already doing something right. Thanks for spending a little time with me here today. And if you live in a vintage or character-filled home and want to enjoy it more without losing what makes it special, I've shared a few resources below. And if you ever want to talk through your ideas for your own space, I'm always happy to start with a conversation.